Brown Study. Y'all still ride with me? Straight fuck. Yeah. I know you feel that. Good looking out, my dude. No doubt.
What's good? It's your man JonBlaQ. Sitting here chilling at OOG Studios. You know what I'm saying? Just hollering at you real quick about my album, BlaQListed. It's the second installment. You know what I'm saying? First album was The Never Ending Story. I think I put that out probably like maybe about 3 years ago. So the second installment being BlaQListed and the whole nine, I just wanted to take my time with it. This is the reason it took like a little bit of time in between before I decided to release this one. BlaQListed is like a real personal work to me because I'm studying how the game goes. I feel like I'm a student of the game, so I've been studying how the game goes and like the things that I think the game is missing, and in putting the album together, I just wanted to really take my time and make something that I plus everybody out there would be happy with, you know what I'm saying? And first and foremost, I wanted to bring back real lyricism because I felt like, you know, it's just a handful of people out there doing that right now, and lyricism is basically taking a backseat to the beats. So with that being said, I went in and I decided that I wanted to really concentrate and, you know what I'm saying, make people feel me on this album, bring a lot of the things that made me want to even get into this game back into my album. So like the recipe for me was, you know, really concentrating on the lyricism and then propping that up with very hot production in my opinion, you know what I mean, from people like D-Lin or Brown Study, most definitely, Dan Status, my man from Florida, Vines, just a lot of people I got a chance to work with. I got a chance to work with some producers, you know what I'm saying, that I hadn't had a chance to work with. They got a nice little local name here like Eagle Man. I always wanted to work with him before. I mean, just a lot of people. So it's just a compilation of nice sounds and things of that nature. Plus with the OOG label, I really wanted to be like, I wanted the album to feel like it was mine. But at the same time, I work with so many different artists all the time, just helping them with their projects and us bouncing ideas off of each other. I just really wanted to be free flowing with it, so it's kind of like they were my tools on this album, along with the beat. If the beat sounded like I really could hear like our artist Jada on it, she hopped on it, you know what I'm saying, and blessed it. Rashard also hopped on it. I got my man Montez. Oh, shout out to Montez. He laced me with 2 joints. My dude Drastic. It's just like a whole array from 7 to Equinox. You know what I'm saying? Just Miss Knox. The whole family, everybody came through just to bless me on this one. But like I said, I didn't want the project to be so overwhelmed with the squad that it felt like it was more like a compilation than actually being my album. So with that said, like I said, I really went through and handpicked who I wanted on what, and I tried to condense it so it still felt like you was getting me. Starting with joints like No Mercy, you open the album up with me just straight spitting, you know what I'm saying, and I call that No Mercy because I feel like that's the way I came on the track. Like really wasn't about the beat, wasn't about the hook, it was really about me getting in and getting it in like MCs used to do back in the days. Moving on, you know what I'm saying, to the title cut, BlaQListed. From the time my man D-Lin laced me with that joint, I was just like, it just make it, the bump to it, the vibe to it, just automatically I knew it was going to draw the listener in. So it was just going to be on me whether, you know what I'm saying, what kind of lyrics I was going to bring to it. And that joint just turned out, in my opinion, it turned out to be a classic. Like that's one of my favorite joints of all time. If I wasn't even a rapper doing this, you know what I'm saying, just a consumer, that joint just grabs me every time I hear it. So I mean, it's a lot of joints up there. I did something for my mom. I also got another joint up there which is actually like one of my other favorite songs, called Favorite Song. You know what I'm saying? Dedicate that to my wifey, Miss Knox. She was definitely the inspiration for that. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's just a bunch of joints up here. The album is very creative, for my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, my whole goal was to take albums that made me want to do this in the first place, from Nas and Illmatic to Slick Rick to Big Daddy Kane, and kind of not bring that whole thing back, because you know that era was that era, but kind of update what hasn't been done in a while. You know what I mean? Like the 90s was the 90s, it's already happened, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate it for what it was, but being in 2000, I feel like we don't have a lot of classic records out there, you know what I mean? And with BlaQListed, my whole goal was to go in and try to recreate, or create rather, a classic hip-hop album. You know what I'm saying? Something that you don't just put in and listen to today and be like, yeah, that's hot, and then a couple months from now you don't want to the next one, you know what I'm saying? Or on to the new flavor. It's nothing cliche on it. You got storytelling on it. You got battle rhymes on it. You got heartfelt rhymes on it, you know what I'm saying? Which are all the things that made me fall in love with hip-hop in the first place. So, with that being said, I present to you BlaQListed. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I hope you love it like I do. OOG in the building.
Hold back, giving you heat. They don't wanna let me in, so I speak to the streets. And all those that I'm trying to reach, it's like I'm blacklisted, but I'm still on my feet. I can't hold back, giving you heat. They don't wanna let me in, so I speak to the streets. Yo, and all those that I'm trying to reach, with so much to say, tell me how do I start, or where does it end? The never-ending story begins. Every time I turn around, it's like I'm losing a friend. I reach for my pen just so I can scribble the names. Everything in motion is meant to change. Just open your eyes, I ain't gotta explain. It's like a big TV that's inside my brain. I just sit back and write what I see on the screen, trying to put it all together, figure out what it means. I feel lost like that program on ABC. You with the others that behind now, hating on me, waiting to see whether I'ma sink or swim. I knew I had to adapt, so I grew some fins. It's how it is when you grow up from boys to men. Man, I feel tuned in like a radio station. I don't write no more, I just take dictation. It's like I'm blacklisted, but I'm still on my feet. I can't hold back, giving you heat. They don't wanna let me in, so I speak to the streets. And all those that I'm trying to reach, it's like I'm blacklisted, but I'm still on my feet. I can't hold back, giving